What's up, guys? Secret Warrior here with war number 4 of season 42. We've got my team here consisting of Overseer, Galan, and Nick Fury. Overseer going to be doing most of the heavy lifting here. Nick Fury and Galan really only on the team for one specific fight, each respectfully. Going to start out the assignment here with an electric defense Skrull on path 3. I really don't even know why this guy gets placed here with Galan basically always available as a counter. This particular node, Galan is going to get so much planetary mass just so quickly. This to me is just kind of a troll fight. So that being said, it's going to be a quick fight as you'll see here in a moment. Scared Stiff Maw, fight number 2. I've taken this fight, I believe, 3 times this season. So this will actually be my 4th time this season. Taking it with some mixed results. R5 Maw for the first time. I'm going to try something a little different here and play moderately aggressively. I want to avoid dancing around too much with this guy and triggering the root mechanic, so we'll see how that plays out here in just a moment. Next up, we've got Path 5 again. I'm almost always on Path 5 duty in war, and this is an ebb and flow intercept spot. This is an R5 spot, so this is why I brought Nick Fury to the team first time countering this specific matchup. The next step, to close out my section 2, I've got an R5 Absorbing Man on Ebb and Flow Intercept. Probably the fight I was the least concerned about. Overseer, a great counter for that Abs Man, and especially on that node. And finally, I am on boss duty this war. Really excited. I haven't been on boss duty all season, so I was really excited to showcase this fight with Overseer, who I feel counters this really nicely. Gutted that I failed to record this fight. So my deepest apologies to anyone who would have appreciated to have seen that fight. As you can see, I do solo. It was a great fight. I did end up eating one special 3 because I underestimated his just 50% additional combat power rate during that Wrath Tenorek window. I'm still kicking myself in the butt for that, but I've got to move on here. So we're going to go ahead and start out here with this electric defense Skrull. I'm going to get hit early on in this fight by the latter end of a heavy. I just like dash in way too soon. I actually take Skrull almost every day in Alliance Quest, so I probably was just way too overconfident in this fight. He's going to bank an SP1 here. I'm going to try and get him to trigger that, and you'll see here in just a moment that like I feint into his special. I do that all the time, and I do that instinctually because what it does actually is if he has a falter window, then I can just unpause that falter with a quick feint into his special. So that was what, a 26 second fight. Probably could have been 20 seconds if I wouldn't have gotten hit like a noob. Just a troll fight. I honestly don't know why he gets placed there with Galan available almost all the time. Next up, we've got Scared Stiff Ebony Maw. This is the first R5 I face. Pretty cool. Mentioned before that I wanted to try something different and play aggressively, which is something I don't regularly do against Maw. Typically, there's some dancing around involved, which you'll see or have seen if you watch my other videos of this fight. But what I found with Overseer at least is you really can afford to take some of that falter degen damage. That to me is a better alternative to getting rooted and potentially throwing you out of your rhythm, which is what allows this fight to maybe get out of hand relatively quickly. So I'm gonna go in for a couple intercepts here. Gonna punish this special one here with a heavy and inflict the taunt debuffs. Also get out of his focus phase now. Punish this heavy again. This fight's going pretty well, as you can see. Let's punish heavy again. Now, in just a moment, I'm going to get rooted. Fortunately, I've got a special 1 bang. I've got 6 gamma charges. So here's where I decide, let's play aggressively and go to work. I want to maximize his Cosmic Mode window. Right here, I obviously don't want him to throw special 3. Fortunately, he throws a special 2 into my block. Now I am approaching falter. I don't care. Let's maximize a Cosmic Mode window and end it here. Throw a special 1 off. on. Let's end it. So I'm actually pretty satisfied with that fight. Definitely better than my other 3 attempts this season so far. So I'm actually probably going to try to replicate that moving forward. Next up, we've got this R5 spot on ebb and flow intercept. I will say I'm not sure why some of my special intercepts in this fight don't register to remove the protections. You'll see here, like I actually use a special one boost, of course, so that I could regularly do that. Right there, that was, to me at least, a clear special intercept, but did not remove the protection window there. But not a big deal. My intercept game, I like to think pretty strong. It's probably why I'm regularly on Path 5 intercept here. He starts to become a little stingy. Right there, I got a shallower intercept there just to try and get that protection down, but I don't want to push him to an SP3, obviously. In a moment here, he's going to finally, right there we go, throw that special 2. He is going to play just a little bit passive sometimes. It kind of gets annoying, but he's almost at 50% health, and I've got a full bar of health, so I'm feeling pretty good at this point in the fight. But in a moment here, I'm going to dash in, intercept. That didn't seem to register, and I just stood there and took the combo. It sort of changes the trajectory of the fight for me a bit. So I'm going to get cornered here. Throws a special here. I'm just going to take the block damage. You know, the nice thing about Nick Fury, of course, and right there, my special intercept does actually work, and I was able to get the protection down. That was, I think, the only time throughout the entire fight, because I must have had at least 4 or 5 special intercepts here, but that was the only one that registered to remove the protection. Fight's almost done. I just need to keep my composure here. I'll probably take a little bit more block damage. Got hit there. I just need to get one more intercept in. That's not going to do it, of course, even though I feel it should have. And bam. Fight's basically done. Relatively safe fight, especially with Nick Fury, of course, because he's got, he can counter that evade, that miss. He's got basically 2 lives, you know, with his decoy. Didn't even need it, though. Fight's over. Next up, we've got Ebb and Flow Intercept Absorbing Man. This is an R5. Mentioned previously, probably the fight I was least concerned about. Overseer, great counter for this fight. Strategy is basically to bait special ones, knock down Absorbing Man. Just going to boost here. I am going to invuln, just in case, because what I have found in the past is that sometimes, you know, you aren't able to dash back, you know, that window. It's just kind of weird. You know, there's all kinds of reasons where maybe something inputs don't register. So just in case I do end up eating one special one there for some reason. Let's intercept right here, get that protection down, knock him down. And now I want to go ahead and get to him to, there we go. Bait his SP1s, punish with heavy. Another special, punish with heavy, intercept, protection is down. So it's just going to be a lot of this. It's going to be a lot of dancing, a lot of getting him to throw that special one, a lot of just punishing with a heavy. Let's get another one in. We're pretty close here to special 3 with max gamma charges. Remove that protection with that intercept, and we're ready to go to work here. I am going to take quite a bit of block damage, as you can see. I should not have allowed him to do that. Now I pushed him to special 2, so I'm going to try and bait that. And right there, he does throw it. Just need to intercept one more time. And this fight is basically done. Unfortunately, we do take our first loss of the season here to the champs. GG's to GT40. We were able to keep it close in the beginning. I think at one point we were tied 3-3 for a bit, but we lost our composure eventually, and we let it get away from us. So shout out to our MVPs. Well done, gents. Looking to bounce back from this one positively, but always good to go up against the best.